Hey, Segrekido here, and I keep forgetting where the webcam is, because there's two of them, and I forget which one I'm looking at. Anyway, I made some changes to the audio and video to adjust some things. I'm no longer recording the audio separate, so hopefully that fixes the sync issue. If it doesn't, then it has something to do with the frame per second of this camera. I don't know. I give up at that point, because it doesn't make any sense to me at that point. Load. So where we left off, we just found out about Elizabeth still being alive, and we got journal entries. So let's look at that. Holy crap. Poetry, of course. On nights when I cannot sleep, I look from my bed to the monastery out my window. The reflections of the waters that separate us ripple across my bedroom walls, filling the room with waves of moonlight. If it is quiet enough and the wind is still, I can hear them chanting. Their prayers roll across the water and fall upon my ears, like a lullaby rocking me to sleep. It fills my body with such a quiet peace. And yet, I cannot help but wonder how something that provides so much security could at the same time haunt me. At midnight the chanting stops. The brilliant lights of the monastery go black, except for a tiny glow that emanates from the entrance to the catacombs. As I watch that single light, I can see the shadows of the monks at the entrance. It is then that I feel a slow, creeping dread rise from my stomach, as if the island somehow has a hold of me. I have overheard bits and pieces of story from hushed conversations about monks who died a horrible death years ago among these grounds. It is said that their tortured souls were put to rest within the catacombs, and that their two brothers have stood guard at the entrance each night since. I cannot help but wonder why. What are they waiting for, or hoping to ward off? Are they bound to the island with the same unknown force as I? The Lord works in such mysterious ways, but how can a just God allow his own flock to die within sacred grounds? Surely there is another force working among us, one capable of pure evil. A loving God could never allow such pain and agony. Is it that force that eats at me at night and leaves my dreams unsettled? Are the waters enough to keep me safe? I wish just once I could lie in the grass outside the catacombs for a night and put these haunted dreams to rest. I must end these nightly visions and seek the truth. Elizabeth. Oh, that was a bad idea, actually. It's more like something was calling to her, as she said, the chants of the monks. Whoa. Chants of the monks. I spin around really fast in this game, and sometimes I just go exactly where I was before. I don't think there's much else in here to see. I think there's like scratches on the walls and stuff. But I think I need to head to the next area. That was the cool thing, if you don't remember from last time. There's a creepy laugh associated with it the first time. So now I think it's down here. And here they come.
Help me!
Do I even need to go in here? I don't think I did. I'm trying to, like... It's not working. Oh my god. I'm getting fucking destroyed by this guy. Okay, what I was trying to do there was I was trying to, like, bug out the AI so that it would try and do the slow attack. Like, when he's really close, he does, like, a swipe. And instead, he just kept leaping at me, even though I was, like, a foot from him. And he fucking just murdered me. I gotta stop cursing. Okay, so this is how you use the health system. I think it was F, and then you can move up and down with it using the scroll bar. Was it no? Nope. It's F. Yeah, you just keep hitting F. So I need health, and then I hit enter, and the health returns at a very slow pace. So that's the study key. This is the main hub area. So I'm going between areas using this. How do I change spells again? Okay. So I still don't have all the... Yeah, look at that. End? Yeah, right. Using R. Okay. Or am I? I do have the other spell, right? Yeah. End is my record key. Oh boy. Awesome. So that's going to be R. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so I gotta hold down R, and then I get this. That's... I would say the menus in this game, not the best. Neither's my aim. I'm about to die. Holy crap. I thought I was doing better this time around. I'm actually doing worse. There's no interact key, right? Sorry. I have to check these things. Because, like, sneak toggle on K, like, who does that? There's no interact. Okay. I think I'm gonna need more health. Oh boy. I remember dying in this part a few times. There's going to be the next version of them, like, it's a different color, so it's tougher kind of thing. And it's going to come out of one of these rooms. I think it's that room. Nope! It was this room! Okay. So... yeah. Journal entry. It is truly a pity that my dear wife Evelyn passed away, Bertha and Elizabeth. She would have loved to see them all grow. I cannot help but think that she would have been able to tame this wild streak that they all have exhibited lately. A mother is a soothing influence. I unfortunately cannot offer them this solace. I wish I could understand what brought on this recent behavior. This is the father, Joseph. I have received a letter today from Ambrose's boarding school. He has been expelled. I don't know what to do with that boy. With the behavior of the children so appalling, I have no choice but to bring them home. Perhaps I can find a tutor. I hope being under my watchful eye will calm their spirits. The last 6 weeks have been terrible. The tutor was a complete disaster. In fact, the poor man just packed his bags and left in the night. Any form of discipline is hopeless with Ambrose, and almost seems completely lost on the others. The only thing I have been able to do is play to their interests. I've noticed that each child has their own avid curiosity. Strange to see it manifest at such an early age, but who am I to discourage the one moment of peace I can find with them? I now understand why the children are behaving wildly. Jeremiah came to me frightened and crying. Several years ago, the children broke into my library and procured one of my research books without my knowledge. But how was I to know a 12-year-old boy would take interest in these dusty tombs? I do not know what passage they read, but I suspect that it has led to the current predicament concerning their behaviors and eccentricities. Jeremiah says they woke the spirits of the island. Hopefully I can determine what the children have done. Perhaps there is a solution. I have pored over the volumes of research, and I am no closer to understanding what Jeremiah and the children may have conjured. None of the incantations in the book could have caused this to happen. Calling a demon or consulting spirits should not have such a long-lasting, disturbing effect. I even traveled to the stones. Nothing there gave me clues to what has happened. Perhaps if they had only told me at the time, I would have more insight. Now any clues would be long gone. I have determined the stones are some sort of focus. Perhaps there is a reason so many people have been attracted and repulsed by this land. It seems that my own fascination with the standing stones has wrought its corruption upon my children. Joseph. So that's pretty interesting, because right there he's saying it's not a demon or a spirit. It's something else entirely. And that's because we're dealing with, like, some Cthulhu kind of stuff right here. This is, old gods and shit. Wow. I do curse a lot now. Anyway, there's something else over here. What? Real quick, because this has been bothering me. What's the reload key? Because I always go into fight only like 2, and then I have to reload for like 5 minutes. And totally passed it, didn't I? Inventory. This inventory is also Q. think that's what I used last time. Weapon action, Alt. I thought I tried that. Oh, it works, whatever, I don't care. Okay, there's something in the restroom, but there's also a health pack, so I need to go in there. Dearest Mother, all is not well here at the Covenant Estate. Joseph, my husband who once charmed me with his goodwill and smile, now seems distant and reclusive. I realize that when we met there are those imperfections one must look past, and that your heart helps you to forgive. However, Joseph's strange obsession keeps him in the library at all hours of the night. Joseph was the father. He was the person who had the incantations and poems and stuff like that, so this is interesting. Sorry, just... Seldom are we spending time together, and even more rarely does he want to exercise his husbandly rights toward me. I'm beginning to feel inadequate, especially when he talks of his desire for children prancing around the estate. What am I to do? I bide most of my time alone in the greenhouse, reminiscing of my sweet youth and the rich and gallant Peter Roacana, who would wait patiently on me and shower me with expensive gifts like my beloved pearl necklace. Well, things could have been different had I kept that social path. Instead, I feel like I'm the fool for getting involved with Joseph Covenant. His prime moments are being spent in his library with books twice as old as me. Apparently my visage can't garner his attention. What dear advice could you give me, dearest mother? I'll be waiting for your response. I hope that this letter finds you and father well. Tell father not to worry about his little Robin, that I have left the nest but shall never leave his heart. With love, Evelyn. Okay, why is this still in the house if she sent it to her mom? That is a question. Did Joseph keep it, intercept it somehow, and just not let the missive get out? Was he crazy like that? He didn't seem so in the letter. Oh. Right. So, bullets over here. There's a health pack in the restroom, if you remember. There's also a monster. Right? Right? Oh no, when I come out of this room, there's going to be a monster. Here we go. Yep. They just, like, headshot them while jumping like a lunatic? Okay. Maybe I should try more of that. Anyway, getting pretty close to the end here. Let me know what you think about... Where is he? Where's that son of a bitch?
Won't budge.
Okay, he's one of these doors. Alright. Down here is a ridiculous death trap. There's like 3 of them behind the stairs. But we're gonna get to that in the next video. I gotta go get ready. I have school stuff to do today. So, I will see you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.